Good evening, Year 11s. This is your night before news for your paper 1 for RE. And this paper is on the study of religions. So it's about Christianity and Islam. And the topics that you're going to be doing are Christianity beliefs, Christianity practices. And then where in the real paper 1 you would have Islam beliefs and Islam practices, because we haven't done Islam practices yet. We're doing Islam beliefs twice. With each of those 4 topics, you have an hour, 45 minutes, and then for each of those topics, you'll have 1 marker, 2 1 markers, so a multiple choice, and then like a give 1 idea. You'll have a 4-mark question, a 6-mark question where you have to use religious scripture, and then a 12-mark question for each of those topics. So you'll do 4 12 markers in the paper in total. Biggest bits of advice are to attempt every single question. There we go. Let me underline the word every. That is because you can just pick up, you're all so good at RE and you will just pick up marks even if you're not sure on a question just by giving it a go and writing down what you think might be the answer. Make sure as well, just check your timing. So you should have, unless you've got extra time, about 25 minutes per section, and so you don't want to then miss time for a 12 marker. Literally from the very first minute, just get going as quick as you can with those 1-mark questions. They shouldn't take you very much time at all. Remember, you don't need to put full sentences for the 1 markers. It's literally just a bullet point. And then get onto your 4 marker and your 6 marker, where you'll be writing between 4 and 6 sentences for each one, and then leaving as much time as possible to do your 12 markers. Remember that on the influences question, so with Christianity beliefs and then the 2 Islam belief sections, you are going to be answering the influences questions. And so with those, what you need to make sure that you are doing is you are saying what a religious believer would do or feel. So it needs to be that they will feel comforted, or they will do good deeds, or they'll pray, or they'll worship the one God, or they'll recite the Shahada, whatever it is. And then you just need to say, why would they do that? What's the link back to the thing that you've been asked about? The 12-mark questions, of course, really important. Half of your marks come from 12-mark questions. And again, the big thing is that even if a statement comes up that you look at and you're not 100% sure how to go about answering it, just take some time to plan out, do a little plan, think about what it's asking you. And the key thing is just make sure that you've got those 3 paragraphs written, so that you've got your for against conclusion. And then at the very least, you're then picking up marks. Just don't be spooked by it and then not write anything. Just put down what you think could be the answer, because almost always that is going to pick you up marks. And then obviously be making sure that you are evaluating. So adding sentences like, this is a convincing argument because, this is not a convincing argument because, however a weakness of this view is, although someone might respond and say, so not just saying this is what they think, going for and against, but adding in that evaluative language. And then make sure that you keep linking it back to the statement. So not just saying, oh, this question's about angels or baptism or whatever it's going to be about, and then just talking about that generally, but making sure you're actually using the language of the quote in your answer. And then, of course, make sure that you're using your scripture quotes. So make sure that on the Christianity bit, you're saying that those are from the Bible, and then in Islam, that they are from the Quran. The only thing we've looked at in Islam that isn't from the Quran is the Shahada, which is just the Shahada. You need to make sure that with each one you say 2 things. You need to make sure that you say, number 1, where do they come from? So from the Bible, the Quran, the Shahada, etc. And then you need to make sure that you've done number 2, saying, what do they mean? You need to link them back. And so remember, you don't get marks in the 6 marker unless you say what the link back is to the statement. You need to make sure that you've said, this teaches Christians that, this teaches Muslims that, and then make sure that you've linked back to the question. So all the best. This has been your night before news.